So this is a card, version 2 card, and you have the first one over here is socket 1-1, socket 2, socket 3, and socket 4. Okay, so you have socket, so what we need to do is we need to put one in, if you're using 2, you put 1 on the first one, and you skip 1, and then you put the other one on the 3rd slot. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. And let me get my cards out here. And let's see. Okay, and so we put 1. Let's see. You know what? I think I need some. Yeah. Let's see. I need to do something first. Well, let's see. No, maybe not. Well, yes, I do. Because something has to hold it in there, I think. Let's see. So we got some of these. Okay. Let me see. So we got 4 of these. Apparently what you gotta do, let me see, I think this takes little screws in there, doesn't it? Oh, it sure does. Anyway, we need to use, 2 of these, and then you put the little screws on top. Just in case I need to put this back in there. So in this case, we just need 2 of these. 2 of these little things here. So our card goes to there. So what? Really? Yeah. So what kind of? Must be a different kind of. Okay, so it says 2280. So we need to put this little thing in there, and I got big hands, and not the easiest thing to do. So they give you one of these, the screw for it, and one of those. I see. That's kind of little thing there. I hadn't noticed that. So that's pretty good. So you get the little thing there. Where is it? You get this guy. So we're going to put this guy over here. And me and my huge hands, on account of my father, was a huge man. Okay. And you get the screw for it. Neat. Okay, where's the screwdriver? Well, that's neat. I like that. So you put this guy in here, like so, and then you take the little screw that comes with it. Golly. Come on, it's not magnetic? Okay. And you put it in like so. Okay, there you go. And you get the other one. Okay. Take the other one. We put it in over here. Just like so. Click. And take the, it is magnetic. is it too heavy for this? Let's see. That guy in there. Like so. Alright, supposedly that's the way it works. Okay. So, what I'm going to go ahead and do is this card only takes 3. And what needs to happen is you got socket 1 and this guy, socket 2, and the only other one that you can install on this card on a Z390 is over here. You can't put it over here, it has to be over here. Why? I don't know, but that's what it is for this particular card. I mean, for this, yeah, for this Z390. I'm not going to get into that. So, this card here, because it's a Z390, it has to be, if you have 2, it goes into 1 and 3. And if you have 3, which is the maximum you can have on this, because it splits the 16 into 4s, so you can only have 3. 3 times 4 on this particular card. So you have here, here, and here. Okay, just like that. And make sure you take those tapes out like that. Okay, and make sure this guy goes over here. You don't have any other choice. So here we go. So we put it in like so. Just like that. Turn it around and get those screws back in here. Now these are lighter screws, and the magnet on this screwdriver here. So you kind of get the corners in first. This screwdriver just actually it's the wrong size or something. And again, if you have big hands, it's just not going to work. Okay, put this thing back in here. Make sure that you have the right that green cover off in the correct place. And I know it's taking time, but make sure that you don't skip any spaces. Make sure that you remove the right plastic covers. You wouldn't want to put the card in and find out that you didn't remove that cover, and then find out later that you're going to have either a smell or something, because these things get hot. Okay, so there you go. Now let's go ahead and go put this thing back in there. Now, if you notice here, this is an M.2-1, and the other one is over here at the other M.2_2. So those two are in use, and those are already RAID. Okay, so the GPU, you can't have it there, because if you install a PCI Hyper 16 card, it has to be on the first slot. So you're going to have to move this over here, and you're going to lose some lanes, but you know, that's what you get with a Z390. I guess on the X's, once you get to the X, then you can use actually all 4 slots here, and that is going to be split up into 2s. I mean, the lanes here for the X16 8.8 and 8.8. So you're going to get a better performance out of your GPU. But on the Z390, this is going to be cut to 4 lanes. So whether, you know, you probably shouldn't see that much of a difference unless you're a gamer or something, then you would. And if you're a gamer, then you better get a better card, better ASUS. So this guy's going to go ahead and go into this slot here, like so. Make sure it gets nicely seated in there. Okay. So you got 2 cards here, and we're going to activate those in the configuration. And I'm going to have 2 RAID over here and 2 RAID here. Okay, and that's what we're gonna do right now. And make sure that everything is locked in here pretty well. And we're all set. I'll go ahead and put this little cover on here, and we'll fire it up, and we'll change the hyper configuration. We'll activate the hyper card, and I'll show you what happens if you don't activate the hyper card. So we'll do that in a little bit. So there we go. You got the PCIe M.2 X16 card on the very first slot. Move your GPU to the other X16 slot, and you're going to lose some lanes, but you know, we're going to have a super fast PC. So what we need to do here is go ahead and enable the card, and this is in the advanced onboard devices configuration. So we'll enable it, and we need to reboot to activate this configuration. So we can pick up those 2 new M.2s. So we'll go ahead and now, looking at the configuration here, you know, we are going to see the new cards not in the storage configuration, but we're going to see it in the Intel Rapid RAID storage configuration. And that's where we need to do our changes. See, so it's not in here, you know. Only the M.2_1 and M.2_2 onboard, you know, cards are in this configuration for the storage, SATA. So we need to go ahead and come back in here, and there it is. I mean, you know, it's there. Now these were old cards, so one of them is empty, and if you're doing it, then both would show up as empty. So let's go ahead and delete that old RAID, and now they're both over here. And this is the way it would look like if there were new cards on your configuration. So here we go. Now they're available for another RAID. So we're going to have to now create a volume with these 2. So we'll go back and click on create RAID volume, and available over here. So we're going to make this one a RAID1 because that's what I'm going to use. You can do whatever you're going to use. But these are RAID1s,
and come back down here and put an X to select it, and X there. Okay, so both are selected for this new RAID volume. I should have changed the name volume 1 to something else. Anyway, let's go ahead and scroll down, and we'll just click create volume, and we're going to have our configuration for the two RAIDs, and there they are. So that's the old one on the onboard cards, and this is a new one with the two Hyper X16 M.2s. So we're ready to go. So we're going to have to reboot now, and we got our RAID, and they should show up in Windows. So that's it. That is how you can configure, or you need to configure the Hyper 2 card. So let's go ahead and exit, and save the configuration, and reboot. So here we go. And with the M.2s, it's going to boot a lot faster, and the CPU is going to have a little bit more power because it doesn't need to mess around with the SATA. If if your configuration is SATA disk, and there it is, and that was super fast. So here we go, and in the Intel RST GUI, there it is. So now we got the old one on the onboard ASUS M.2s, and the new one off the HyperCard. And we should see in the disk management a new disk show up, and there it is. Asking to initialize, and there it is. So, and that's the new configuration with 4 M.2s on this Z390-P with the HyperX 16 card in PCI slot 1. And we'll just go ahead and do a quick format on this, and we're done. So that is it. I mean, that's basically what you need to do. You can get another card and maybe make a RAID 0 off that HyperX 16. For the Z390-P, you can only have 3, so that's it. I mean, you're stuck with that. Otherwise, if you need to use 4, then you're going to have to get a different motherboard. But on this particular motherboard, you can only have 3 on the HyperX 16, so you're limited to 5 M.2s for the configuration. So there you are. We got 2 RAID 1 volumes with 4 M.2 cards. There they are. First one is the boot disk, and the second one is for I don't know, I think I'm going to use it for fast storage, because just by doing an M.2 you're going to speed up your desktop really super fast. And on this with the RST, you can change the name or do whatever you want, or actually you can even change it back to a single disk if you want.